We have a question. Do we want to? I don't know if we want to talk about this.
Yeah, let's have a little chat.
Let's have a little fun with this. Although, I mean, it's not fun for Gleen Greenwald.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so I don't know that I have not sought out this video, and nor will I, nor do I have any interest in them. But apparently,
a friend of mine sent it to me.
Someone sent it to you. So whether you want to describe it or not is up to you. Do you want to?
May I?
Please.
So it's a video of Gleen Greenwald on his knees in a G-string and a maid's apron, licking a man.
Casting. It's like, oh my God.
Licking a man's feet.
Mm-hmm.
The man is berating him in Portuguese. My only comment to my friend who sent it to me was, wow, Glenn's Portuguese is excellent.
Well, he has lived in Brazil for a long time.
Yeah. He's licking the man's feet. The man spits on the floor and makes Glenn lick up the spit off the floor.
Roof.
Yeah. And he's humiliating him, berating him, and then he makes Glenn get on his computer, go onto PayPal. We watch him type in his password, and he transfers the guy $1,000. And the whole time,
password.
And the whole time in Portuguese, he's begging. It's a kink film, a video. Now, Glenn looks awfully young in this film. This thing has to be 15 or 20 years old.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And this is not his husband who recently.
It's not his husband. Now, this man, you never see the man's face because the man is filming it, but you see his feet. And this man is far darker skinned than Glenn's husband was. Glenn's husband died 2 or 3 years ago from sepsis. He got an infection and it spread. They couldn't get a handle on it, and he passed away very young. He was in his 30s. I don't know who this is. I don't care who it is. But the interesting thing is that it was released by this obscure, news site that I'm told is Israeli. Now, I have no idea why they would release this thing now. I noticed in the comments on X that several people had said, this is not new. Like the comments were predictable. Some were racist. Some were like, oh, disgusting. He's a disgusting pig. We should never pay attention to him again. But there were some that are like, this came out 15 years ago.
Huh.
We knew this, and who cares what the man does behind closed doors? It's his own business.
No, it's
but
totally.
Why would this be released now? Why would they do this now? Has Glenn said something about Palestine? I mean, that has to be it, right? I don't know. I will say that Glenn and I went to college together. I was a senior when he was a freshman, and we were both in the college Democrats. He was the freshman representative when I was the vice president back in the days when I was a Democrat. And he was a nice enough guy. He wasn't friendly. He wasn't really friends with anybody. And we have had zero contact since college. I've reached out to him a couple of times. He completely blows me off. He told a mutual friend that he doesn't want any contact with me because I'm too controversial. I'm too controversial.
Hilarious. This is the guy. This is the guy who broke the Edward Snowden
story. And I'm the controversial one. Anyway, that's just me. But I'm not sure what to make of this. I listen, I'm going to assume the Israelis released this. And I'm going to assume it's because they hate that he's taking a position on Palestine. But otherwise, I'm not sure what to make of it.
Yeah, it sounds like that. I mean, the timing is very suspicious. And we can talk a little bit about that later. Well, we can talk about it now. Why not? I mean, Israel's definitely on the ropes in terms of international public opinion. I mean,
man.
French President Macron is literally like this close from recognizing Palestine. As a state. following the lead of Ireland, whom, John, you've brought up, and previously we both admire that they're doing that
very much.
And so, it looks like France is likely to be next. I think that would be probably a very popular move in France, actually. And so at that point, the dam breaks. The Brits and the Germans also have had enough. So the Mossad, the Israelis, Shin Bet, they've probably been sitting on this video for years in case of emergency, break glass. The thing is, Gleen Greenwald never pretended not to be a gay man. And,
no, he's been like as out there as any gay man can be.
So it's kind of like stop the presses, Gleen Greenwald. And also the idea that, I did not know the content of this until you just told me now, but the idea that he's like a little subby boy, or that he was.
Are you surprised?
That doesn't surprise me either. He's not Butch. No.
At all. He's not Butch. He's never been Butch.
No. So it's kind of like, it doesn't go run counter to Brand. I mean, it would run counter to Brand if he was with some big-breasted, like, blonde lady. It would be like, oh my God. It's like the time I ran into Ed Koch at the bar that you and I met at in New York. And I was like, wait, he's with a floozy. I thought he was gay.
Yeah, exactly right.
By the way, I have to say, full disclosure, Gleen Greenwald's always blown me off, and I've heard the same exact thing about me. I'm too controversial for him. I mean, he's kind of, by temperament and politically, I think kind of conservative, right? I mean,
In fact, I can tell you with 100% certainty that this story is true, that when he came back to the United States, he practically begged Roger Ailes to give him a show on Fox News. There was a period where he was going on the Tucker Carlson show all the time.
I remember.
And he filled in once or twice maybe, but he begged for his own show on Fox, and they just weren't interested.
He's a libertarian.
I
used to read his column when it was on, I guess, Salon or Slate, one of those two. And I remember just being like, he's a constitutional libertarian. That's who he is.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I am.
And it's like weird to me that like when it's sort of like with Bill Maher, the two of them ended up sort of like identifying or being adopted by the left, but they weren't really leftists.
Not really, no.
At all.
Ted, on the I don't want to get too far afield, but on the Libertarian Party's website, they've got this questionnaire, and they'll show you based on your answers where on a graph you sit. Yeah. And I was solidly leftist and solidly libertarian.
That's how I would have identified you, as a left libertarian. Mm-hmm. I have strong libertarian tendencies as well. Obviously the two of us both know firsthand like what a bitch the state can be.
Man, you hit that on the head.